the election, we've been knocking on people's doors saying, hey, what a good job we've been doing. And we think we have, and I think we have, and I think we're proud of what we've done. But people have been saying to us again and again, all very well talking about that, but we can't afford the petrol for our cars, we can't afford the electricity and the heating for our houses. So the cost of living crisis is something hitting us. We need to work with our MPs, with our council, try to challenge the problems of poverty and unaffordability. And we need to challenge the ignorance that is leading some people to voting in a different direction. It could threaten us with the stability and with the leadership we've got for the last few years. I was wondering whether I should say anything about Lutfi Rahman, and I wrote the following, and I'd say something very briefly, which is, for a man whose abuses cost the borough millions and dragged us into the gutter, to be doing anything other than spending the rest of his life reflecting on the shame he brought this borough is a very sad state of affairs. It reflects a total absence of any self-awareness or integrity, and I believe that. I think he should be ashamed of himself rather than standing, but we shouldn't take that as given. Other people may not agree with that. It reminds us that we must go out, we must beat him in the election, we must beat the cynicism, we must offer a vision, which we do. It must be a positive vision for a better East End of London, for opportunities for the future. I remind you, we're sitting on the shoulders of giants here in the East End, but we're the leaders now. The future leaders are in this room. We must rise to the challenge. We can't avoid tough choices as we go along, because leadership is a lot tougher than opposition, but we lead in partnership with the community. I've often said in the past that we have two key jobs. One is to provide really good universal services for everyone in the borough, and the other is to reach out a hand to people who need our support, as we do with our anti-poverty work, with the other work we're doing at the local council. I think there's a third thing, which is we need to focus a lot more on a sense of community. A lot of people nowadays feel that the community is losing its way in some ways, that they don't know who their neighbours are, that they're not too sure what the future holds for them. And we need to reach out, work in partnership, support people when they need us, and support a strong community in the East End of London. We need to remind people that Labour's on their side, as in our logo, we're building a better East End, and it's one East End. Now, just to finish then, the task for you over the next few weeks, 2 weeks, is to go out there, to work like your lives depend on it. Coming second is for losers. You've got to make us the winners. You've got to get to it, and you've got to thank each other for the work you're doing. And get out there. Don't even stop to eat this evening. Get out there. The manifesto is about having a real ambition for the people of our borough. It's about building more affordable homes for rent. It's about keeping our streets safe by paying for police officers, by investing in our community safety programme. It's about helping people to get into jobs. It's about our anti-poverty programme to help people who are facing hardship. It's about leading us against this terrible government towards a better future for people in the East End. We know that for people, life is pretty insecure at the moment with the cost of living crisis. So we want to give some promises about keeping our council tax at the lowest possible level. We want to promise that we're going to support people who need some support with their council tax. We're going to focus on the hardship people are facing and on helping people to get into the work that is out there and that will help people to get on with their lives.
Thank you.